Yeah, man, what's the good? What's good? It's the one only DJ Chase, man, the pregame party miss podcast right here on WDJCDB, DJ Chase Radio, YouTube DJ Chase TV, and Spotify podcast, Apple Podcast. But enough of that, man. We got the super talented Toronto, Canada's own Megan. How you say your last name? Massey or Massey?
Massey.
Massey, gotcha.
Massey.
Megan
Yeah.
Massey in the building. You know, because I wanted to say it right. So I was like, all right, should I put the
I
accent on it?
appreciate
Should I put, I don't, we know how us New Yorkers talk. We say Massey and stuff like that. So, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
you got
saying?
it right. You got it right. Honestly, I've never had anyone mispronounce my name before. It's such a, Megan. Like, how do you say that? Megan? So
Got it.
I'm loving it.
Now, you know what it is? Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. Sometimes when I have guests on my show, a lot of times people don't they read it so fast. So they be like, okay, how do you say this name? Or how do you say that name? So I try to have the artists kind of pronounce their names and like how
Totally.
people want. That's why I do that. Yeah.
No, I think it's so important to pronounce someone's name correctly.
It's
And the
rude.
best way
It's
to do that
rude.
is just to ask.
Yeah, just ask. Yeah, just ask.
You know?
For sure. But like I said, first and foremost, how are you feeling today?
Having a good day, actually, honestly tired, exhausted, always
Yeah.
exhausted right now, but like the good kind of exhausted that's coming from a place of being busy doing your own shit. And I don't think that's the kind of exhausted I want to like complain about or think about as being like a bad kind of, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
grateful for it, grateful for the exhaustion.
Same here. That's what I was saying. I was
How are
definitely.
you? How are you doing?
I'm okay. I was at the pool earlier getting my water aerobics in and chilling out. So trying
Good
to,
workout.
yeah, exactly. You Toronto's my home away from home that
I
I
was
want
gonna
to.
say, how do you say it right? You
Toronto.
say Toronto right.
Yes,
Like
Toronto. I love
nobody-
Toronto.
Americans are always saying Toronto.
I love
like they're from
Toronto.
Chicago
Think
or
my,
something.
listen, my birthday is July 1st, so yeah, Independence Day is my birthday.
Hey.
Yes.
And you're an honorary Canadian.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it. That's why I plan on retiring, so I look forward to it.
Oh, you like the winters, eh? I guess you're used to it over there.
I went to Oswego, so I was near Syracuse, so I was up there. I dealt with that for a couple
Okay.
years. So I was up
Yeah.
there. Yeah. No, I want to get into your background. You like I said, you're a dope artist. You know what I'm saying? You have a lot. You have the look, you have the music, you have the falsetto. How did growing up in Toronto like inspire you? Like, what do we say? Like, it's such a rich city. You know what I'm saying? I love it to death. How did it inspire you to, to be who you are today?
I think culturally, Toronto is an amazing place, one of the most multicultural cities in the world. And I think it's extremely rich in arts as well. Like the arts community in Toronto is like one of the best arts communities, I think, potentially in the world. I mean, I haven't been everywhere in the world, so I can't say for sure, but Toronto is known for having an incredibly rich, vibrant artistic community, from the music to the musical theater to the dance and just everything about it. It's very similar to New York in that way, And so I think growing up in this city, I had a lot of opportunities to be a part of that, from the music, the dance, like literally every aspect of performing arts.
Yeah.
And so that's, had a huge influence on me as an artist. And
For sure. Now, like I said, Toronto. I ain't never gonna say nothing bad about Toronto. Actually, it's funny. I'm supposed to come up there November, so hopefully we can link up. Yeah, I'm supposed to come there and DJ. What is your favorite thing to do in Toronto?
Jeez, that's a really good question. 'Cause, like it's hard to actually remember, honestly, because we were closed down for a really long time.
Yeah.
And before that, like I've been working so much that I barely have had a chance to like visit the city and actually experience the city. But I would say one of my favorite things to do in Toronto used to be just walk around. Like literally just walk.
I agree with
around
that.
the
I
city,
agree with that. I agree with that. Yeah.
Go downtown, and my friend and I used to just, because I grew up in a suburb just outside of Toronto. I lived downtown as well, but I grew up just outside of Toronto when I was like my teen years, when you're like you're exploring and getting into crazy shit. And that's what we would do. We would just hop on the train, head like right into the center of the city, and just spend the day walking around in our little fake Manolo Blahnik Tims, like, and that was the vibe. Like, you don't have to do anything. There's just so much going on.
Yeah. Even when I went down, when I came for my birthday the first time, I was down there for 2017, your 200th anniversary. Oh. And I was like, at the downtown was crazy. It looked like a spaceship. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, what is this? Like, I was like, wow, this is nice. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the beauty. That's the art that I was talking about before with Toronto, is like, there's art installations just kind of all over the city all the time. We have the Festival Nuit Blanche, where it's just like art installations everywhere. It's very beautiful. For
sure. And you have a musical dynasty family. You know, you say your mom was a singer, your dad's a drummer, your grandfather's Ron Harrison. You know what I'm saying? So I would say that music was definitely something you was gonna do, correct? Did you always want to be an artist?
I had a choice. No, music was always something I think I was going to do. Really, I'm like, performing arts has been my I don't know, bread and butter, I guess. Like, I couldn't help myself but perform at all times. I like to be the center of attention, and the best way, I think, outlet for that is to just put me on a stage. And so I tried all of them. I did all of it. My grandfather, being a Grammy nominated composer, worked for Disney. Dope. I was in the studios with him, like, when I was younger, and I was just like, oh, I want to do this. You know, I really want to do this.
For sure. And once again, your music is really like the stuff that I've heard, like, just from Banana in 2020 to just everything now. You know, your music is really soulful and funk infused. Like, where did that come from? Like, what made you pick that lane of all genres?
My dad, probably. I would say the influence is very heavy from my dad. He's a funk drummer. That's his.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, so he got it. He does jazz. He does some big band stuff as well, and he was a career drummer. Did musical theater, but funk is where his soul lives.
That's crazy.
And so I grew up listening to. I grew up on Motown and like James Brown and Aretha and Marvin Gaye, and like I lived for that stuff. That's the only music I knew, like that's what I listened to. So definitely that's where my obsession started. And then I think, seeing a lot of live music as a kid and just the appreciation factor of like that funky, that soul, that just like that feeling, that emotion, and that that's crazy. I can't listen to music unless it has it. It doesn't have to be soul the genre, but like the feeling has to be there for that. Like that's where it came from, for sure.
That's what's up. You Canadian, listen, y'all had the BGs, so y'all kind of the Canadian. Y'all had the BGs. They got a little swag going. I'm just saying, but that's dope though, because I never I get a lot of music submissions and people that send me music, and like what I'm coming across, just sound is like totally different. Like, it's like way different, way different. And I appreciate it.
I'm very fortunate. I have a producer who shares my love of that style and that sound.
We gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that, Mr. Ben. We definitely and also too, Toronto been running the music scene since for like 15 years straight.
Yeah.
You guys have been Tory Lanez is my favorite artist, but
artists coming out of here, this city, just
y'all winning.
Absolutely killing it.
Y'all winning. Who's your favorite artist right now from Toronto?
From Toronto?
Yeah.
Oh my God, me? No, I'm just kidding.
I'll say you too. From what I hear.
I actually, you know what? I don't know. Like, it's really hard for me to say that. Like, I'm actually maybe the worst artist or whatever, but like, I don't listen to a lot of
outside people,
current music. No, just like current. Like, I don't listen to a lot of current music, realistically. Like, I have some artists that I love that I like know personally, and I think they're just like the most.
I'm the same way. It's funny. I'm actually the same way.
In the world,
I'm the same way. Yeah, I'm the same way.
But other than that, like, I don't listen to too much pop, like even though I make kind of pop music, I just don't really listen to. I don't want to be influenced too much, you know.
I'm the same way. I'm the same.
Like,
that's funny. I'm the same way.
You'd be like, "What are you guys doing?" So I know like kind of what's happening, but I don't want to take in too much and then be influenced personally as an artist to go in any kind of direction.
Yeah, I understand. I'm the same way, and I have to ask this question. So I'm a DJ, right? And I was looking around. I said, "Wait a minute, she became a DJ in the Caribbean. How did that happen? How did you become a DJ?"
Well, basically, I watched a lot of House Hunters International, and I know you weren't expecting it to start there, but I became obsessed with moving to an island, and because all these people on this show are like selling everything they have and getting on a plane and like moving to some obscure like island. And at the time, I had just taken up DJing because I just wanted to do anything and everything that had to do with music. So I was still writing and I was recording and I was, you know, doing all of that stuff. But I wanted to add to my arsenal. So I bought like some, oh my God, what are those the Techniques?
Okay.
I bought some like vinyl.
Oh, the 1200s, yeah, 1200s.
Yeah, the 1200s, yes, the ones everybody have, right?
Yeah.
I was like, you know, driving my parents crazy by practicing constantly, and then the opportunity just like presented itself. I guess maybe like I put it out into the universe. I was like, I want to move to an island, and I actually had 2 opportunities come my way within like a week of like
lucky you. Us DJs in New York be slaving out here. I'm like, I need to come hang out with you.
Yeah, man, it was crazy. So, it was a different time though. Like it was just crazy. So I had to choose between moving to Shanghai and the Cayman Islands, and I was like, well, Cayman Islands is 4 hours away. It's tropical paradise, you know, English speaking. So that was an easy like adjustment there. And then we got on a plane. I think in 2 weeks. Everything was like set up, and within 6 weeks we were like there.
Wow,
and
that's
it was like, oh my God, like I'm living on an island now.
Just DJing. Well, what did you play out there?
Mostly house
music. Got you. Okay,
yeah,
that's what
I was doing mostly house. Yeah.
Got you. Did you enjoy it?
I did enjoy it. I was also bartending.
Oh, okay.
And the bartending culture out there is insane. Like it was probably one of the best times of my life. I mean, I was there for 2 years, and it was just like a constant party. Like imagine college. It's your college life.
I'm paying for it now. So
yeah, like that. But like on an island.
That's probably.
And you have money, and you don't have to go to school.
Yes. You
drinking,
enjoy
your life away, and just like on a beach, you know.
That sounds like a fantastic ride.
It was something, you know. But it was crazy, really good.
Got you. And you know what really caught my attention, and what really wanted me to get you on my podcast was your video vlogs, which like you recording in the recording process. I was like, okay, I'm looking. Just going through it. I'm like, oh, she really does this. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, how did you start working with Ben Lucid? Yeah, how did you start working with Ben? Yeah. So, how did you guys meet?
So at the studio that I have, we had an office as well, and it was like a big space that we were able to like rent out for events. And so we held like our first event, and I don't know if you know the producer. His name's Illmind.
Asian producer. Yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah. So he hosted it. He had an event at our space called. At the time, he was calling it Pass the Aux, and I think he's changed the name now because of something. But anyway, so essentially, he hosts these events. He has like producers come out. And everybody gets to like play their songs, and he gives like, you know, feedback, and just you know, they get to ask him questions. He gives a lot of like information.
I got one of those coming up in October too.
Like really great stuff. But the real purpose of that is that you're in a full room full of local producers and artists and people there to network with. So So I was at the event, and Ben was there, and he played a song. He played a beat that he had made, and it was a funky, soulful, with a bit of jazz type of feeling. And I was like, you. And I remember I like pointed at him from across the room, and I was like, you come here, we're talking. And he's a little bit more shy than I am, but he was like, I was like, do you want to get in like the studio? And he was like, yeah, okay, yeah, absolutely do. And then I think like the next week
Yeah.
I booked us a session, and he came in with another artist, and we wrote songs that day, and then we've just been going strong ever since.
That's what's up.
In 2019, I think.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. You know, I have to fight for Ben. Do you argue with Ben a lot? Do you scream at poor Ben?
I don't scream at him. I don't know if anyone could scream at him. He's
do you yell at poor Ben?
Actually, what you see is pretty accurate. It's like I certainly don't scream at him. but I am a particular person who knows what she wants.
I understand.
So I would say that I'm very direct, and I know exactly what I want, and I just say it like it is, and we trust each other a lot, and he listens to what I have to say, and I listen to what he has to say, and we collaborate. Like it just works really well. It's mostly because he is so good at like his energy is very calming, and mine's the exact opposite. So it's like a neutralizing effect.
Yeah, got you. And what inspired the vlogs? Like what inspired you to say, I want to start documenting the creative process, the songwriting, because they're dope. Like I was just watching the whole like week of them, so I was just sitting here like, all right, let me just, give me ideas, because I have an artist I work with, so I'm like, oh no, she needs to start doing something like this. So what inspired the vlog? Excuse me.
Well, it's maybe a longer story or more. There's more information, but I also do video production as well.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And I've been my sister is in the film industry, and her and I have been like we're making videos since we were very young, and maybe before YouTube existed, type of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like quarter, and you're like, so we've been doing that for a long time, and I've been doing content creation and stuff like that for a long time, and I love editing video. It's like another one of my like hobbies and passions.
Yeah.
And I also get paid to do it sometimes, so
there you go.
Why not? So it seemed like it's the perfect fit. I've been trying to do it actually for a long time. I had a show that I was doing a while ago, which you probably saw, and then I tried to spark it up again. But I would always hire other people to do it because I felt very like, oh, I don't want to be filming myself. I want to have someone else film me. That's how I thought at the time.
Yeah.
So I would hire someone else to do it, and then in the end, I couldn't be consistent with it because I was worrying about other people's schedules, but also because I am a total control freak and perfectionist when it comes to a lot of things. And so
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna give you my personal opinion. Like the way you've been doing it yourself is fire. So keep at it. Just trust me. I'm watching. You got a fan of me, so I'm definitely.
I really appreciate that.
I'm definitely into it. Yeah, no. And what you call it, as far as your songwriting process, right? you say a lot of the songs are very like, I guess, introspective in a sense. So do you write them from like personal experience, or you write them from like, because a lot of the songs I would never, like, speaking to you, I would never say that that's your personality.
Yeah.
So do you write from like real experience, or like more like storytelling experience?
I think it depends on the song. I do both. I do both.
Gotcha.
Sometimes I'll write a song based on something someone told me. Like if a friend is telling me a story, I might write a song about it based on like the words that they said, or but I think it's a totally a mixed bag, especially in this particular instance where I'm doing a song a week, you know. So I'm trying to write based on like what's kind of going on in my life, but I can't always draw on that inspiration if they just, maybe that whole week all I did was work. I'm gonna be like, oh, I guess Rihanna already did that, so I can't write that song. But so it's just a little bit of everything. I think that as artists, we need to be able to tell stories that we should be able to understand stories that maybe aren't totally 100% like that, something that we went through. Like if you should be able to understand what people are experiencing, and as writers anyway, I think that's an important thing. So kind of do both.
For sure. Okay, got it. Yeah, because and like I said, I went through your whole catalog. I'm listening to all your music, and I'm like, this is really well written. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because some people, they send me music, and once again, I'm a producer. So you see, I'm in my studio now, so I'm like, this is not a good record. Like, but I'm listening to your music, and you could tell it's well put together. Like like it's your pen game is serious, and what do you like being better? You like doing better? You like the stage better, or you like the studio better?
Ooh. I do. That is a really, 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 really tough question. I think if you had asked me that 2 years ago, I would have said the stage, no, like hands down.
Yeah.
But and I honestly don't think I could choose. I don't think I could choose, but because it's a totally different experience, like the stage is an energy thing. Yeah. It's like you are on a high, like the feeling coming from the crowd and the feelings that you get are like, it's a party, right?
Yeah.
That's the outward, the release on stage. Whereas in the studio is the introspective time. So it's like, I feel like they balance each other out. Like they're an important, maybe yin and yang of being an artist.
Yeah.
And so it's hard for me to choose one. But I definitely would have said that. Now, though, having been in the studio so frequently over the past 2 years, I can't choose. Can't put it over.
Wow, you know what's crazy? I've asked every artist that I've interviewed, and they always say either that's great. That's first person to say you can't choose. Very first person.
What did most people say?
Most people say the studio actually. Yeah. Because everybody's introvert. I think COVID really kind of made everybody introverted. So like most people they be like, the studio.
I also think a lot of artists are introverts. Most artists actually are introverts, and the stage is a place where it's like a part of the job that they have to do, but they don't really want to do it because what they really want to do is they want to write songs. So they want to use it as like a therapy session. They want to be like, oh, I need to get this out, and this is my way. Like they aren't, honestly, a lot of artists aren't really good communicators. They're not
for sure. I know. Trust me. I know.
So that's their only way of like speaking their mind and their feelings. It's by writing songs, and I respect that, and I totally understand it. I'm just. I grew up on stage, so it's hard for me to be like, like I'm a total extrovert, 100%. Like,
we know where you stand.
Yeah, I
for sure. Nah, but let's get into some music now. This record goes somewhere. That's a bop. That's a hit record.
Thank you.
That's a
one of my faves.
That's it right there. That's a thumbs up.
Give it 2 thumbs up.
Yeah. That's a record right there. What inspired that record? Because like you co-produced that with Ben, or he did the whole record?
Well, he actually came to me with the majority of the production, like pretty well done. He had.
That's a good record right there.
Oh, it was amazing. It was insane. It was like 2 days before he had been in the studio, and he brought it. And you're seeing, if you watch the episode of us making it, and you see him playing it for me, that's my genuine, like, I had not heard it at that point. That's exactly like how it went, and what he played at that is like 90% of the record, I would say.
That's crazy.
The ways in which I co-produce is more of like a directional thing. I was very adamant about getting live drums. I wanted to get live horns, which Ben also wanted to get live horns. And so when we were in the studio recording those, I was directing the melodies for the horn player and things like that along with Ben. So the record as a whole, what it became, I would say, yes, I helped to, polish that rock, but
that's a production though. And in a sense, let me ask you this question too: like when you guys collaborate, does he give you the lyrics too, or you just say, you know what, I got it right there, I'm right to it right then and there?
No, we do it all right then and there. So most of the time, we start totally from scratch. Usually what will happen is he'll just start to play something in one direction or another. And if I'm immediately like catching melodies, then we just continue down that path. I will guide and direct, okay, take it. I'm hearing this. What do you think? And he'll be like, I'm hearing this. What do you think? And it's just, collaborative effort that we try to get on the same frequency so that the communication is less through words and more through like a mutual understanding of what the song is supposed to be doing. Well,
you got you got one with that one. That's a that's a hard record right there.
Oh,
your dad, I was reading, your dad played the drums on it. Your dad played the live drums on it.
Yeah, he did.
How was that feeling?
Oh, it was so fantastic. I've wanted that, forever, ever since I was, a kid going to shows and watching my dad play. And he's real funky for like a 70-year-old man, and for not even a 70-year-old man, he's just real funky. So, and it's like, because I have an extreme like appreciation for rhythms and timing and live instrumentation, and drums are like a thing on a funk record, on a soul record, that are just the imperfectness of the drums just makes it, that like that swing, that feel, that something that isn't,
But what's crazy? That's why I'm asking, because it's funny, because you could tell you don't listen to a lot of music, because even me as a I'm a programmer more than a drummer, because I have to make music faster. But even like I try to make because I come from live sound engineering. Yeah. So when I try to make my drums, I try to make them so like grungy, so you can still, they're not too quantized. So my artist, she'd be like, "Why do you?" So my drums, they sound. She's like, "Why your drums always sound like that?" I'm like, because it's the drums make the record. The drums is the whole rhythm of like every live instrumentation. Like I'm working on an album right now. I have this crazy record, and the drums are just boom, 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 knocking, and I'm like, you can't quantize drums. Like even like the new artists, all the trap music is all quantized, so it shifts in forward. So I'm like, stop doing that. Like it sounds off. It sounds weird when they do that. So yeah.
And it's like, it depends on the song. Like I think there are times when like you can do it and it's okay, but there are times when it just needs it. It's
it needs it. It needs a change. It needs a change. For
that imperfectness, that live human aspect.
Yeah, for sure.
This song was definitely, has that like Silk Sonic sort of feeling to it. Where it's
that's your style. I wouldn't even put that in a box like that. That is all you. Trust me, you can tell I like the record. And I see you've been dropping singles. Like I said, you got the new shit record, which is also a hot record too. That's definitely about heartbreak and moving on and like new experiences and just telling him like, yo, listen, I'm the shit. Like this is me. That's like I'm moving on. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what are you gonna drop a full project this year, or are you gonna just take your time?
I am. Well, the project that I'm working on I'm doing a song a week. So every week I am releasing a new single. Every single Saturday, I put out a new song. So, and that's the commitment I've made. So
good luck with that.
Yeah. So I think we're on song, I just put out, like on Saturday, I just put out song number 5. So, that's why I'm tired all the time.
Nah, I feel you. I'm the same way. I have a label, so it's terrible.
Yeah,
I know how it is. One last question too. I want to ask you: do you guys produce mix and master too, or he does the mix and mastering too?
So he does the mixing, and then I will come in, like he'll do the bulk of the mixing, and then I'll come in and be like, hey, here I'm hearing this and hearing this, whatever. And then we send it off to be mastered actually by a guy in New York. And
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Copy. And now Wallbanger Media, is that your label, or is that your home base, or you're gonna get signed?
It's Wallbangers are my media company, and it is actually set up as a label. So technically, it is my label.
Yeah.
I guess, but right now I'm not sure actually where I'm headed in terms of the if I'm gonna end up starting a label and actually start bringing on artists. I could, but I'm not sure where I'm gonna go, or if I'm going to try to get a record deal. Right now my goal is just put the music out and keep going from there, and just every week pump out a new song, pump out a new vlog, and just keep going.
Well, you definitely need a video to go somewhere. Like I need that Toronto winter feel for Go Somewhere. Man, that's a hit record right there. And one of my last questions is if you had one dream collaboration, who would it be?
Oh,
just one. You gotta go crazy. Just one. Only one.
Probably Bruno Mars.
Wow. Okay. Bruno Mars.
Yeah. Probably
I can see that.
Just from he's a multi-instrumentalist, and as far as a writer goes, I just think he's brilliant, and he's a great singer, and from a sound perspective, I think probably Bruno Mars.
Gotcha. And what and before we get out of here, I want to ask this because you once again you've been on the DJ side, you've been on the songwriting side, the stage side, the studio side, the coming in say what you want side, the Quincy Jones side. What advice do you have for anybody getting into the music business? What advice would it be?
I think that probably the most important thing, or one of the more important things in my books with this industry, is confidence in yourself and believing in yourself. And like, I think that this industry can like run you down. It can totally tear you down, and people can tear you down.
People, yeah. I agree.
And if you're going to be successful in this industry, you've got to be confident in yourself and believe in yourself, and just feel like you can, like, even if you feel you can know that there are areas that you can improve on, and you can know that you want to work with certain people or you want to get better at XYZ. But at the end of the day, you cannot be successful in this industry if you don't feel like you are the fucking shit in one way or another. And that's, because otherwise, like, no one is going to do it for you. You got to do it yourself. And if you don't believe in yourself, nobody will.
There you go. And on that note, we are out of here, Miss Megan Massey, man, Toronto's own. You know how it is, man. Thank you so much for coming on the pod. We're gonna do this again. So we're gonna definitely talk some game, talk about that. What's a little sneak peek? I ain't gonna get a sneak peek to the next single. So
well, the next one, actually, we're taking it in a bit of a different direction. It's we might be approaching the villain era. I don't know. Going a little dark and moody for a couple songs, because we've been in the pop lane for a little while. So the next one's it's gonna be, it's got a bit of a 90s feel to it. Little type vibe. I'm looking forward to it, man. Like I said, thank you so much, Mama, for coming on the podcast. And thank you so
hopefully
much
when I come, are you based in Toronto still now? Or are you in the state? You said Toronto. Okay,
I'm still in Toronto right now.
Yeah, so hopefully when I come up there, I'm working on that now. So maybe I'll come up there, we hang out or something.
Let me know when you're coming.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's DJ Chase, the Pregame Party Mix podcast right here. Oh, where can they find you on social media too? Where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok, Megan Massey X, and YouTube. Just Google my name, or YouTube my name. Google my name on YouTube. Search me on YouTube, and you'll find a ton of videos. A new video every week, a new song every week on Spotify. Megan Massey, looking for the girl in the blue head with a lollipop.
You got it, man. It's DJ Chase, the Pregame Party Mix podcast right here on WDJCDB, DJ Chase Radio, DJChase.net, DJChaseRadio.com. Get that merch, Spotify podcast, Apple podcast, and YouTube, DJ Chase TV. It's the Pregame Party Mix podcast. Yeah. DJ Chase TV.
It's official. Come on. Locked in with DJ Chase on the Pregame Party Mix.